So Trey Songz apparently said, "This right here's a cup dropper." He said, "It's Mr. Steal Your Throat." Oh.
Give me your wig. Give me your wig. Give me your wigs. You don't know what to do with it. Give me your wig.
Alright, so I'm not going to do a whole lot of spoiling of Attack on Titan here. I want to do that on my podcast over on patreon.com/Adrian Expression. Make sure you go check it out. Every Tuesday I put up a new podcast episode. But all I have to say real quick about that episode on here is that I bet the Beast Titan still thinks that he is just still talking, still standing up. I bet he don't even know what hit his ass. We already know that Captain Levi is my husband. Mikasa already, like, she deserves everything and more. She deserves all the awards, all the acknowledgement. But yeah, if you want to hear me talk more about that, as well as all of the topics and questions and stuff that the patrons send in every single week, make sure you check out patreon.com/Adrian Expression. Something else that I should have checked out while it was going on, except I didn't know who the hell she was Danny Lee. Her non-black ass was making this song about being a yellow bone. It was giving very much colorist vibes. Anyway, the reason I brought that up is because she really reminds me of a type of Karen, especially with that bullshit ass apology that she can put up. Or at least, I don't even know if it was an apology, just her talking about it. She does remind me of a Karen. Another Karen that I really want y'all to watch is this one.
I got to pee. I got to get off of here. Ma'am, I'm trying to...
I'm watching you attack her.
You go out of here.
Excuse me, I work here, ma'am.
Well, I need
Get off the aircraft, please.
What really gets me about all of this is, first of all, obviously Miss Karen sitting down knew exactly what she was doing. She had stretched that cheese stick built ass arm out to try and prevent this black woman apparently from going to the bathroom or exiting the plane or whatever it is. And as soon as Miss Mama said, "You know what, I'm not gonna be sitting here waiting behind Miss Trunchbull's goddamn arm. I'm not gonna be doing it. I will walk my ass forward." Miss Mama's all of a sudden starts screaming, "Oh my God! Oh my God! A nigga has to use the bathroom! A nigga has to get off the plane. It's a nigga, oh my God." She started screaming. She thought she was gonna get away with it until the employee came over here and said, "I'm watching you attack her." She thought it would work. She thought she'd get away with it, and the employee told her, "Get your ass off this plane." I love to see it every single time. We need to do a study. I'm talking about a Zimbardo ass, you know what I mean? Like, we need a whole psychological study on these type of people. We need to offer them their own island, like Paradise Island. I'm saying, can you imagine just an island of Karens and the only thing they're doing to each other, it's like a broken record, it's like hell. The only words that you hear, the only thing that they're doing to each other is asking each other to speak to a manager. It would be chaos, but it would be chaos that we wouldn't have to see, that we wouldn't have to endure. So if anyone has any plans, I know that we just got a new president, so I'm looking for plans. I'm looking for plans of action. Maybe we can have an executive order to take all these Karens, put them on Paradise Island, and get them off the planes. I'm telling you, like I said in my description box, if I was a pilot that was going to be taking these Karens to this Paradise Island, I'm going to enter into turbulence on purpose. Yes, I'm going to do all types of loop-de-loops. I'm gonna be, turning the plane upside down, nose diving, all types of shit, bitch, coming up here. It's gonna be a real life roller coaster, and y'all won't be able to stretch that arm out, prevent people from going to the bathroom. The only thing y'all be able to do is fasten those goddamn seatbelts. Seatbelts, everyone, get your ass out my face. My tax forms are being mailed out. They're sending me my tax information, all that type of shit, income shit. And I was like, I don't know, I feel like there's something else. As we approach, there's something missing. Tax forms starting to come in the mail. You're starting to worry, okay, April, we got to worry about filing taxes. But I was just like, there's something missing. These forms are coming in the mail, they're being emailed to me, but something was missing. And then Beyonce made that announcement. I was like, oh, of course. Income tax season. Income tax season, here come Beyonce. She said, girl, that was a cute year y'all had. tax season was gonna come and Beyonce wasn't gonna make no type of announcement or something. Miss Mama saw, she like, oh, you think you're gonna get some cute coins coming back to you or something like that? That's cute for you. I got an Ivy Park drop. I'm like, damn girl, we just came from another one. Damn sis, like, you gonna give people a chance to recover? She didn't waste no goddamn time. She didn't waste no time. Like, god damn. Like, the year just started. It's like, damn, Miss Mamas did not waste any time at all. She came out here with this Ivy Park, Icy Park. I love the aesthetic of it. I think it's so cute. She looks good as hell. Just when we think Beyonce's sitting her ass down, of course she's working. I'm trying to see what these shoes looking like, B. What's up? What's up, B? I'm trying to see what these shoes looking like. Hey, what's up, girl? I'm just saying. We don't know when it's coming out. They said it's coming soon, so. Hey Beyonce! So while Beyonce's trying to choke out some people's wallets, Trey Songz was choking out his cop at a game. Now, of course, I had to get some of the facts straight on this particular incident because, you know, first of all, I looked at the shit, I thought he was at a baseball game. Jesus. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I looked at the shit, I thought he was at a baseball game. You know, then you see, oh, Trey Songz was arrested at Kansas City Chiefs game. So I'm like, what sports team is that? Is that baseball? Bitch, I looked that shit up, that's just NFL. I was like, okay, it's football. Oh my God, I'm such a homo. Anyway, so once I found out that it was a football game, I need to stop. I don't know what the fuck wrong with me today, bro. Okay, so once I found out that it was a football game, I saw some unconfirmed reports that some fans were saying that these police officers were just doing way too much when it came to Trey Songz. They were saying that Trey Songz had arrived, he was trying to get some people to calm down because I guess they saw him and he was just trying to enjoy the game or whatever it is, and cops noticed this and they came over and they were being very aggressive and doing, like I said, over the top, way too much. I guess Trey said, you know, I'm not dealing with this bullshit today. They were trying to rough his ass up. He punched him in the face, and right here, as you can see, he had one of the cops in a chokehold, and I'm like, God damn, I know his. Trey Songz had that cop singing my favorite Jordan Sparks song. Y'all already know I've sung this before. Here we go. He had them singing, tell me how I'm supposed to breathe with no air. How am I supposed to rest a nigga with no air? Get these blackies off the fucking field, I'm scared. No air, no air. Tell me how I'm supposed to racial profile, but get beat. You can't handle these niggas without me. I mean, I'm talking about Trey Songz turned that cop's trachea and that esophagus into one pipe. He squished them two pipes down into one thing. So they ended up arresting him. They got him for trespassing and resisting arrest. Here he is looking like, bitch, and I'll do it again. He has been released today. I did not, when I tell you, when I'm scrolling, I do not expect to see some of the shit like that comes across my timeline. I did not expect in a million years to see Trey Songz holding a cop in between his motherfucking elbows and bicep. It is hilarious to me. Let's talk about some political things. Dominion voting systems. Remember, they've been having quite an issue with the previous administration talking about, oh girl, you know, it's unreliable, it's so much fraud going on. And so the creator of these systems and these machines, some of these systems and machines, Dominion voting systems, has sued Rudy Giuliani. He was Trump's personal lawyer, sued his ass for defamation after he pushed a disinformation campaign about 2020 election fraud. The vote auditing company is seeking more than $1.3 billion in damages. Now, in the past, I've always said that Rudy Giuliani is built like Dr. Eggman. I've said this already, but someone else that he's constructed like is Penguin. And I think he should be really ashamed of himself that he's constructed like Penguin from Batman. And yet, you know, Penguin actually had a plan. You know, Penguin actually had plans. He actually sat down and thought about his actions and how to take a huge shit on Batman. He was actually using IQ points and navigating these things. Rudy did not do that shit. He sat there live for the president. Now he being sued by fucking voting companies and shit for defamation and shit. Can you imagine sacrificing that much for someone like Donald Trump, whose scalp is dusty, crusty, and soggy at the same time, like it's both the Everglades and the Grand Canyon simultaneously? Yeah, hate to see it, but I definitely love seeing a liar like him being sued. Now, somebody else who is a liar, and we're going to have to, I guess, tolerate hearing and seeing her ass, is Sarah Huckleberry Chin-Ass Sanders. Y'all already know I do not like her silly ass, okay? Some people call her Sarah Huckabee Sanders. I call her, like I said, Sarah Huckleberry Chin-Ass Sanders, but I also call her Crimson Chin. I sure do. I also call her Crimson Chin. Get her ass out here. She's apparently going to be running for governor of Arkansas, and apparently she has a good chance of winning. Like, she has a good chance of winning. So this is why I said before and after the inauguration that when these people come over here trying to humanize the idiots who have fucked over the American people in such a significant way, that this is what you risk. You risk their asses being, oh yeah, girl, let's just watch them all waltz into political campaigns. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. But this is literally what these centrists and weirdo liberals get for acting like, oh yeah, girl, we're done fighting. Yeah, Biden's elected, nothing to see here. We're just gonna act like this huge ass uprising of people, you know what I mean? Just didn't happen, nothing to see here. We're just gonna throw this shit under the rug and act like, oh well, we aren't at risk, even though studies show that, you know, white supremacy is the most dangerous when it comes to domestic terrorism. We're just gonna, oh, nothing to see here. And I'm gonna just read you this. The Washington Post said, in charging papers, the FBI said that during the Capitol riot, Tom Caldwell, and he's an alleged leader of the Oath Keepers extremist group. He's a 65-year-old Navy veteran. So this person received Facebook messages from unspecified senders updating him of the location of lawmakers when they're over there trying to take the building and shit. One of the messages sent to him said, all members are in tunnels under Capitol. Seal them in. Turn on gas. Excuse me? Another one said, after he said he was inside, another one said, Tom, all legislators are down in the tunnels, 3 floors down. Another message said, Tom, take that bitch over, do like we had to do when I was in the court and start tearing out floors from the top to the bottom. Go through back house chamber doors facing and left, down hallway, down steps. Like, they were getting directions, they were getting updates on where politicians were. It's giving very much insider help. Y'all talking about seal them in and turn on the gas. Hate how that sounds. So this person was charged with conspiracy to impede or injure an officer, destruction of government property, obstruction of an official proceeding, entering a restricted building without authority, and violent entry or disorderly conduct. But at the same time, the FBI is saying that we don't know what to do. It might be too much for the courts to handle if we charge all these bitches. Business Insider said the Justice Department and FBI officials are reportedly considering whether or not they should charge all the individuals involved in storming the US Capitol. Some officials have raised logistical problems with charging all of the estimated 800 rioters who took part in the Capitol siege. One concern is that blanket charges could swamp local courthouses and increase the burden on DOJ and FBI agents who have already indicted more than 135 suspects. And they're going to be charging many, many more in the weeks and months. So I'm just like, wow. Damn, since all of a sudden y'all arresting how many thousands and thousands of motherfuckers for weed, and y'all were thinking about, oh, the burden on the courthouses and local governments. When you were arresting protesters who are fighting for their goddamn lives against these goddamn cops, it's so now all of a sudden, like, oh, we don't know if we actually have the fucking the United States of America. We don't know if we have the goddamn capacity to charge all the people who stormed into our fucking Capitol. Some people may think that I'm just so angry just by watching maybe one video. They may think that I'm so angry that protesters stormed the Capitol. I'm not pissed about that shit. I could give a fuck about that shit. I just want to point out the stark differences, and we already know it, but it just keeps coming up again and again between how these rioters who stormed the Capitol were treated versus how people who are fighting for their human rights are being treated. So It's giving very corny to me. But yeah, on that note, thank y'all so much for watching. I think that's all I have to say. Make sure you check out patreon.com/AdrianExpression for more good shit. Love y'all so much, and make sure that you have a good goddamn day.
You a catfish, not a bad bitch, I'm so sick and you can't catch it. You a catfish, fake lavish, wrote a check and you can't cash it. You wear a mask that